Hey guys, Let's Talk Garage here. Anyway, I'm here to show you guys a little something. If you guys want to learn how to depend and use factory harness on your LS swap or build. So, let me turn around here and show you what we're starting with here on this, this powerhouse. Okay? Alright. Old strong and reliable 4.8 with a 4080 trans behind her. Alright, I only got a couple seconds here, so I'm going to show you what we're doing. We're getting rid of the factory box and almost all that wiring. There's the ECM. We're getting rid of the routing on top of the intake. The only thing you're going to see is injectors and coil wires, and I'll run down here to the back. And same on this side. That's all you're going to see. We're going to use the factory location for the transmission wiring harness. And we're using the factory battery cables also. So I'm going to try to use them. This was in a van, so we're going to do away with all these brackets and extended dipsticks. Getting rid of the clutch fan. We're going to take the alternator and power steering pump off for now, so we can clean this block real good. Make sure it don't need no gaskets or anything. But guys, that's what we got. This is a 2000, hell, I can't even remember now. I want to say 2004 or 5. 4.8 with a 4L80, came out with 2500 van, Chevy van, 2-wheel drive. And we're putting it in I could be wrong on the year. I think it's a 1985 Chevy C10, 6-foot bed, 2-wheel drive. And it's my buddy Corey's. We're going to get it done, get it knocked out, so you can start cruising it. Okay. We unbundled the power wires, and we had this factory plug in here. Just went and took it off. I want to say, if I remember right, this had to do with heater controls and stuff like that, and maybe horn. Can't remember, but we just toss that shit. We don't need it. We will be using this power wire though. Now we just got to pop the back off this and get to the C blocks. I'll just break them off. I never use these. Some people do. So then toss that. I'll go ahead and pop this back off so I can show you. Then unbolt it. Now, if you guys can see here, I apologize if you can't. Here's all your pink wires. Starter wire, whatnot. This is the block you need. Now, not every one of these factory fuse panels is going to be the same way, but this one right here, I call it C block. I think it's actually called C1 or C2 block. I can't remember. It's been a while. All we gotta do is unbolt that, and the rest of this is junk. Unless you want to save connectors like this, which is a good idea if you want to save a connector, which this is going to be my buddy, so I'm going to save everything for him, put it in a bucket or a bag. To pin these in and use these factory connectors on connections in your LS swap. You just buy a pin out, a tool that goes in here, and you pin these all out and put different wires in them. Put them how you want them. Really good idea. I did a few on the Suburban. And you got the stud here. And unplug this port. Pull well out of this mess. And this mess. We do got one power wire that we do need off of here. And I'm not saving the pigtail on here. See how these have got pigtails on? We're just gonna cut that wire off right there. because we know it's a power wire and we can't use that connector where we're going. So we just clip that wire. Guys, this might be overwhelming. Don't be afraid. Just now. There's our block and all that's left right here. Don't need none of this. You just take it, throw it over there, dust off your chair. Let me show you here. My camera keeps zooming in. I don't know what the hell's going on. Alright guys, here's step one of the damn GM spaghetti fucking mess here. I don't know why they did this. It's awful. But we're going to make it look way better. Or way gooder, should I say. Might as well say the wrong word instead of the good word. Or the right word. Gooder. But, so what we're going to start with first is we're going to go ahead and get all this old tape off right here in this section. And we're going to see, already know we're going to have to, these are going to have to be longer. And we're going to have to separate this main harness and this main harness from the coil bracket. From the coils and injector harness. So first thing first, I'm going to do this. This one we don't have to do nothing with, except for move it down. It's because this one comes down and up, like it should. This one comes up and down. So we'll start there. So first thing you want to do, break out the old Milwaukee. Now I know this ain't the right thing to do, but we're going to do it. What we can get off the fingers, we'll get off our fingers. What we can't, just make sure you don't cut wires. Just make sure. Just go through real easy. Kind of put this down flat and just use the tip. It'll be good. You will be good, trust me. I've only cut about 5 of them. Now you want to do all this stuff before you start deep pinning. You start deep pinning everything, and you're chasing everything. Now I'm just going to hook this injector wire up or coil wire up so it stays there. Now, you can kind of see where we're going, or how we're going. Everything's gonna be towards the back. All this will be back here. Now, we're gonna separate a lot of this right here, so it's all one bundle going into the firewall. We're gonna separate the transmission side of the wiring that goes down, and the wires that we need to wire up to the fuse panel that he's got, or fuse block that he's got, fuse relay box, which is about this big. Everything's gonna be going in the firewall, inside, under the dash, wherever we're gonna put it. Now, before I go any farther, I'm gonna leave this like this. We're gonna go over here and follow these out, and we're gonna get rid of all them heater wires that we don't need. Soon as I find out which are which. Some of these are could really unhook these power wires and just get them out of the way for right now, but we're not. We need this. These right here. Out. But while we're right here, let's go ahead and knock these damn god awful brackets off. I can't remember what size they are, even how they work. Get them out of our way. You see how I was telling you it had a big thick gauge 12 source in here, and it's got a big ground. We're gonna leave them over here. The battery's gonna be on this side. So once I get to the other end of these where I know these are at, this could be our 12 volt and good ground to run our fuse box and stuff that's gonna be under the firewall. Or we don't even have to hook it to the truck side of the harness. We'll just hook the switch part, the ignition switch part to the truck harness. Right there. We just leave it over here. Our battery's gonna be over here. So right now we just gotta figure out what we're gonna do for these wires. You can see this purple wire? Bam! That's your starter wire. I think we're going to use the truck side to be able to start this. This is the purple wire. About all Chevy's starter wire is purple. So we're going to leave it in here. It's still going to hook up to the starter. But when we get back to the back where we want it to be, we're going to tie it into the block, wiring block on the firewall. We're going to depin his factory starter wire and pin it into his block. So when you turn the switch on, that's where we're going to get switch power to. We're going to pin it into the block on the firewall on the factory truck harness of the square body. And then switch power and starter, all that stuff's off the truck harness. Everything else, we'll make it where we unplug it to. Just process of figuring out what's junk. And you go to LT1 swap, and he's got good diagrams on what the pin outs and everything. I use him for the pin out locations And when we get to that point, I'll show you guys his website. I'll bring it up on my TV, the laptop, and show you guys the pinouts. And we'll pin everything out together. Now, we're at this point here where, so this don't come unfraying, where I'm keep working back for all this crap. We need tape, and I laid it over here like a dumbass. Somewhere, some way. Guys, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm already 43 minutes on doing what I've done so far. I'm gonna show you key moments, and the rest is on fast forward. Not real fast, but fast forward. If you guys got questions, just comment below. Ask me. I'm a nice guy. I'll talk to you. I'm no professional. I've done several of these already and haven't had no issues. Nothing catch fire, except for a cheap fan harness that I bought off Amazon. Never doing that again. It was a cheap dual fan harness. Well, I mean, I can't say I won't do it again because I bought another one, but come and find out, the cheap relays they put in there get hot and melt. So when you get them, change the relays. Now we're getting rid of these. Now if you notice, some of these are the same color as like the alternator wire and whatnot. See what I'm getting at? But I'm gonna pull these all back.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
Let me show you the ground, what I'm talking about. Now they're all over these harnesses. And they usually bunch them up kind of in the same spot, but they don't. You can see right here, that heat shrink with the silicone and whatnot in it. There's two right here, two of them, one there, one there. Now, this is a ground wire that came off that heater switch. And it goes right into that. Okay? You don't need to use this ground. So we're going to get up in there real nice and clip it off just long enough right here. Okay? To where I can put a piece of heat shrink over the end, heat shrink it, bend it over like this, like that, and put another piece on it, and then it goes away. Simple as that. Now here is the hard part, okay? I know I'm kind of getting all sidetracked. Now, see how much cleaner that engine looks on top? Now all that crap wire. This is just here to be here. But now we gotta figure out what to do with all that wire. If you ask me, that is unnecessary for GM. You know what I mean? Just too much. I mean, why bring it up over here, there, split it this way, split it that way? I'll tell you. Some shit. But if you look, this is about how we're going to route it. We're just going to take the length with the ECM. Okay. Once we figure out which one, we're going to separate these right here, figure out which one's the transmission side. and then it's going to stay where it's at. And then we're going to figure out where these need to go, which ones we need to do away with, which is about all of them, except for the pink wires. And all of that right there will be ran back through with these PCM wires, all down there in a nice one thick bundle like this. Now, I just took the coating off this. That's all I've done. I took the AC bracket off and I unbolted the positive battery cable just to get stuff out of the way so I'm not tripping over it. Now here's our fuse block port, or C2, C1, whatever this is. I can't remember. I think it's C2 block, but we're going to start thinning this out. These right here, you don't need none of these. Okay. Here's that 12 volt source that's running over there for the heater. We're going to keep this in the harness because we just might need it. So what we're going to do is untape this and untape this right here. We know we don't need these. We're going to go ahead and run these out, get rid of them. So I'm going to find my Milwaukee. Here we go.
Out of mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Now, what we took out of there, we rock back here and double taped up, rounded up and taped up like we did the other ones. This is going bye-byes. you off the stand here. Okay. Now, you notice none of the wires are up here anymore, except for what I got laying here just to show you. This is all of our injector wires and coil wires and a couple other ones. And then our starter wire, we left that 12-volt source wire in there that runs over to there that we hook to the battery. We'll run it. We'll use it for a 12-volt source for the fuse box. And then we got everything came back. We got everything back that we're not using back to the PCM part. All these right here is stuff we're not using. Some of them we are, some of them we ain't. We won't know until we get to that pin connector to see what they're for, and then we'll delete them. That one came out, but that one ain't going nowhere. This is for our knock sensors, which we got to reroute it. And then these are the other ones we got to reroute. Our alternator wire, our AIC, and our TPS. We got to reroute them, so they're just kind of laying right here. And then this is all to the transmission side. It runs down into this transmission harness right here. We have to do away with all of this stuff down here yet, like this piece. We're not going to use it. We're just going to be using the speed sensors and the oxygen sensors. So we got to figure out which ones of them are. Usually the pink ones there are the oxygen. And then I got to see if he's wanting to run all four or just two. Yeah, so I got to figure that out. I got to ask him before I start deleting stuff. I did delete the AC wires without asking him. I got both of them right here. For now, this is what we got. Now, a lot of them wires that are bundled up over here I say we're getting rid of, some of them will go to this, some of them will go to that, and then the rest to the ECM. And this will fall off and this will fall off by the time we pull them back through. But this is as far as I'm going today, guys. Right here is 2 hours worth of work, just 2. That's what we got. I know I've done a lot of talking on it. Basically, not even 2 hours of work. It's like when I first started, it was 50 minutes. The second time, it's 40 minutes, but I had a couple interruptions, so I just let the camera go. We kind of cut it out, but this is where we're at so far. Now, this is the first part. Now, on part 2, we are going to uncode all this, unhook the computer, and then I'm going to bring up here on my TV the LT1 swap pinout diagrams, and then we're going to go through this together with the ECM and pin out these wires that we don't need. I'm going to try to get as close in as I can so you can see what numbers and whatnot. We'll use the TV and this, and we'll go through it together. I'm not in a rush on doing this. I want this to look good and work well, so we're going to take our time. Now, with us cleaning all this up, we are still going to be using this factory routing up here by the head. It's just easier on this stuff because, I mean, the mass airflow has to be up here anyway. So why route all that back and then bring it back? So we'll come down here with some wire clamps. We'll clamp this all up nice and neat on the head after we reconnect it to the injector wires, injector clamps. But it's already looking 40 times better. 40 times better. Couldn't get that damn clutch fan off though. Tell you that. Would not come off. I'm going to have Corey help me on that one when he gets back. And then, yeah. I think we need to talk to him and see what headers he's going to be running. Because if he can get headers sooner, we'll go ahead and get rid of them just in case somebody break off and we have to cut and drill, weld, all that shit. It'd be easier to do it right here than inside that truck. So if he can get headers, we'll zip them off. But we're going to clean this motor first. We still got to swap the intake if he's wanting to run that factory regulator rail. So yeah. But guys, my battery's dying. Till next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys.